know why I'm so flipping cheerful. I would say Happy Wednesday, but it isn't. It's not quite raining, but it has been. Our front garden stroke, lawn stroke, whatever you want to call it, is still a paddling pool for the wildlife. I give up. I really give up. I do, honestly. Well, today actually I am managing to get to my knit clubs. My son's on early work. I told you before, didn't I? My daughter-in-law is house minding in Scotland. And my son has had to work, yeah. Well, does help to get the money in, doesn't it, if he's working, you know what I mean? Anyway, he's on earlies today. He had to leave the house about 5:30 or something, but I was, of course, sleeping. But he will be back by lunchtime, which means I can go to knit club. Yay! I feel as though I've been housebound all week. I mean, I wouldn't have been going anywhere anyway in all of this rain, even though I've got the lovely scooter with the sides that roll down. Ah, yes. Anyway, as you know, yesterday I was sorting out my knitting needles because I have this problem with my finger ends being dead. Whatever. Neuropathy, whatever you want to call it. Hey, oh, let's not go into it because I hate whingy whiny videos. Anyway, the thing was, they were hurting my fingers, the new Knit Pro Zing. Everybody else loves them. I mean, they are great needles. But it just must be the way I knit. Maybe I need the needles to be a little bit more flexible when they're the larger sizes. Maybe it's that, I don't know. One lady in my comments suggested the cubic needles, but to be quite honest, I don't knit that often. I mean, I'd treated myself to these Knit Pro Zing, and Ephraim had sent me a lovely set. And but I'm not giving up yet with them. But what I did was I bought an empty Knit Pro case from the lovely Amazon, of course, and I put all my, well, not all of them, I put all the others in bundles and fastened them round with hair ties, scrunchy things, whatever you want to call them, and I put them into sizes now. So at least now when I do go in my she shed, sheer van, wool van, wool caravan, crafting shed. When I go in there anyway, I will be able to just grab the right bundle, and pick a pair out of the bundle. Because my needles are a little bit mismatched. But I have managed to put them in to proper pairs that actually match. So I've got them going from 10s, which is 3 1/4, all the way up to, I think it's an 8mm. An 8mm, yeah. Those are the usual sizes that I do use. Tends to be more what I call 8s and 10s, which is 4mm, 3 1/4 if I'm using double knitting. Or it would be 5mm if I'm using an Aran, yeah, which is the old 6. I'm still in the old sizes. Call me whatever you want, I'm still in the old sizes, yeah. Ah, dear. Oh, what am I doing? Well, I was sorting through, chucking out some stuff I'd got from the lovely team, and everybody's going crazy about that thing. I did get asked if I would do a promotional video, but I declined because I thought, no, I'm sorry. You're not using me to promote your Chinese stuff. I mean, people don't seem to realise they're like, oh, I'm getting some free stuff, which, to a certain extent they will, send you a certain amount. But when you think how much you're saving, them, I'm not keep mentioning their name, you're saving them advertising money because you're all doing it. Well, not for free, but for very little amount of money. They're giving you, say, £10, $10 worth of stuff, and you're going, yay, 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 and promoting them. And I think, no, if you want me to promote you, you pay me. And I don't mean with a little bit of Chinese, whatever. I mean, mean, so far what I've got from them has been really a load of yes. I've just sold a dress on eBay that I got from them and I paid £12 for. Tried it on, it fitted me no place. Flattering? No, no place did it fit. So I've just sold it for £4.99. So that's, oh gosh, Janet, you did make a profit there, didn't you? You actually lost, what, 5 from 12, whatever, 7 is it, yeah? So I actually lost £7 for the privilege of paying for a dress from them. So no, I think I'll just stick to Amazon and eBay in future. I can't say anything I bought from them, which I have paid for myself, has been any use. So, my friend likes them, but I don't know. Maybe she chooses different stuff than I do, so we'll see. Anyway, I've actually finished the 2 fronts of the cardigan. I've done the back and 2 fronts now. I didn't bother showing you because it's same, isn't it? Nothing new to show you. But I was going like the clappers on my different needles. And I did get a little bit of hand ache because that's inevitable. And I got the inevitable twinges in the shoulders, which I get when I knit anyway. But I must admit the experience was a lot more pleasant. I'll have to try the Knit Pro Zing needles in the smaller sizes. You know, when I knit double knitting, for example. Maybe I should try it with a baby cardigan or something like that. Although I've got no babies to knit for. But still, and I can't sell anything, so I gave up altogether. I've just tidied everything up in the shed. I may do another attempt, I may do another video saying, ta-da, this is what I've got, ta-da, do you like any of it, ta-da, message me. Maybe I should become a TikTok sensation. Well, I don't know about sensation, but a TikToker anyway. Maybe I should do that. What am I wearing today? I'm wearing dangling beads. Just a red t-shirt that doesn't quite match the cardigan. The cardigan I made with some eyeshadow. Oh, it's got a lip hanging off it. It's actually got a tiny little sparkle in it. But as the sparkle is red, you can't really see it. And the pattern is one of Janet's. I made it many, many moons ago. Many, many moons ago, yeah. And I'm just wearing it today with, let's move that around a bit. I could have worn the sari silk, couldn't I? Could have worn the sari silk, but I didn't. Yeah, I'm just wearing it today with a pair of black slacks that are actually way too big now, so they're falling down. But this is the cardi. Yes, nothing special except I put a little rose on it. Don't ask me why I was in that kind of a mood, you know. Sometimes I do have these flights of fancy, you know, want to put a... And it doesn't detach actually, so I can't take it off and use it anywhere else. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to going down to Knit Club, even though I might be in the rain. I shall call at Marks and Spencer's, my favourite food shop, and get myself some things because my daughter-in-law is not here to go shopping. My son's been working, so he's not been able to go shopping. So, as I will be on my own this weekend, as my son decided that he will go up to Scotland to see his missus. He's going on his motorbike, you know. I don't like the thoughts of him going up on his motorbike in the rain, but it's his decision, isn't it? So, you know, off he goes. I'll be very, very glad when he actually gets back home again. Yeah. Anyway, that's not really... I was going to do a video like going on the way to Cleveland for a change. But, my scooter, it squeaks and squeaks and squeaks. So, you can't hear my voice. And I haven't got one... Well, I did have one of them clip-on mic things that clipped on your coat. But to be quite honest, it still wasn't very successful. It still picked up all the squeaking from the scooter and all the wind from the sea. So I was kind of like losing a battle while I was going along the seafront, you know. And of course the seafront is so bumpy that, you know, the video is going like that all the time. So, yeah, it wasn't a very good bit of viewing for you, really. If it hadn't have been raining, I might have attempted it. Maybe you might get lucky on another day when it's not raining. It won't be this weekend because I've told you I'm dog sitting. Yeah, Rosie's not been too good actually. She's on rice at the minute because she's had a bit of a jippy tummy. We don't know what she's eaten. We haven't given her anything differently or strange, you know. So either she's, I don't know what she's eaten. Who knows with a doggy? Who knows? You know, you can't watch them every minute of the day. But anyway, she's on rice at the moment to settle her tum-tum down. They're both sleeping in the front room, which is good. And actually, they let me sleep this morning, which was very unusual. The alarm went at 8 o'clock and I thought, oh, has my son not got up for work? It's very quiet. So I opened my bedroom door to go out and go, whoa! You know, it was like the cartoon greeting. Rosie is tall enough to get up to my shoulders, you know, to, grandma, grandma. And the little one just rakes her claws down my legs, which is not very good when you're wearing a short nightie. And I'm going like, grandma loves you, but get down, grandma loves you, but get down, you're hurting me. But they've been very good. You know, normally they come bouncing in and waking me up, but they didn't today. No doubt they will Friday and Saturday, and I think my son's coming back Sunday. So, you know, if you're on the live, you'll probably get glimpses of the diva, little Miss Trixie, and the camera hog, Miss Rosie, who likes to come and stick her nose into the camera to let everybody know that she's there. Yeah, so I don't think, that's all I've got to tell you today, really. It's very short and sweet, isn't it? I have got some wool coming, but don't tell anybody. I'm hoping won't come when, well, I'm hoping it comes when they're not here. Hoping it doesn't come today when my son's here, because he'd be like, oh, what you been buying now? But it was a bargain. I'll show you when it comes anyway. I like to tantalise you. Or whatever. Anyway, thank you for your lovely comments, and you know, as usual, what do I say? Thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider it, you know, because then you lucky people will see when I'm making another video. Whether you like it or not, you will get another video. As I said before, stardom, fame and fortune will never be mine, but I do this more to entertain me as much as you. I hope I entertain you. Hope I do. You know, it's nice sometimes when I go back down memory lane, because when I talk to you about things in my past, like, it revives the memory in my brain as well. I don't know how you feel about that, you know. Whether when I say things it triggers memories in your brains. You know, like, oh yeah, I remember what Jan was talking about. I remember that, yeah. I do. And I'm not going down memory lane at the moment. Oh dear, I don't think there's enough time left on the video. I want to make a short video before I go out, so there isn't enough time for me to wander down that memory lane, yeah. Much as I like doing it, yeah. I think the older you get, oh, I am looking that way because a little squirrel just ran all the way across the fence. Good job the doggies didn't see it. Anyway, I think as you get older, you know, it's nice to think back on happy memories about friends that we may have lost at our age group, you know. You know, people you think, oh yeah, oh gosh, have they passed away? Oh dear. Especially when you find out that people who are younger than you passed away about 10 or 12 years ago, and you think, oh, what a shame. You know, you remember them as young, vibrant people, don't you? Because your memory plays tricks, doesn't it? You don't... I remember the old people who were old when I was a child. I remember how they looked, and that's how I remember them, as old ladies. Not many old gentlemen, but old ladies, yeah. But thinking back, they probably weren't as old as I thought they were. Because when you look back at photographs, you think, didn't people dress old? Probably a lot of it was monetary, wasn't it? They just did not have the money. Plus, I don't think there was all the peer pressure, the internet, the whatever you got from looking at the telly, to dress, you know, up unless you were going out for, you know, Sunday or going to church or something. When you were staying at home, you know, cleaning the dishes and sweeping the floor and that, you just wore your normal, what we would now call very old lady clothes. I can remember my mum always wore a pinny as we called it, apron, or one of those that wrapped round and tied that they used to wear when they worked in the mills. I don't know what you call them, like a coverall, yeah. Old ladies always wore those. When I think back, they probably weren't as old as I think they were. They were probably 50, 60. But they always had the inevitable, like, check slippers with the pom-poms on, you know. I wish I could find a pair of those. They're lovely, aren't they? The old-fashioned check slippers with the pom-poms. Everybody had them. They were like standard issue for your mum or your granny, standard issue. Or failing that, they had little winter short boots on with a zip up the front. I think they were always brown, if I remember rightly. My son had a pair, actually, when he was tiny. Because he was born with rolling feet. In other words, when he was born, he'd been in the womb squashed, because he was a big boy, and his feet had been that way round. So we had to get them to come that way around. So I wasn't allowed to put him any shoes on. They said shoes won't help him, he has to be bare feet in the house, which was all very well. But of course it was midwinter when he was little and born, and it was snow on the ground and his little feet would get in cold. Mum had knitted him bigger booties because he had great big feet, which he still got, great big feet. Mum had knitted him booties, like to try and keep his feet warm when he was in his pram when we went shopping. But I bought these little zipper boots, little old-fashioned zipper boots. He wasn't allowed to walk in them, but he put them on to keep his feet warm. So he belonged to the generation of grannies when he was less than a year old. Yeah? But you know what? I wish I could find those boots again. Those slippers. They've got to be checked with a turnover beige with the pom-pom on the front. There's loads of pom-pom slippers on Amazon. Loads of them on eBay. But they're not the same. They're not the vintage, old-fashioned, proper soles that you can tread outside in. I am no good with slippers that don't have a sole because I just wander around the whole place everywhere with my slippers on. So consequently, you know, they don't have a proper sole. I step outside and, my feet are wet. Because stupid has got out. Only to see to the dogs or something. Because the dogs go out better if you stand out with them. Yeah, I know it's raining. Stand out with them for 5 or 10 minutes and keep going, wee wee, wee wee, like a maniac, yeah. And eventually, you know, Trixie goes, oh, I think Grandma wants me to have a wee. But it does take a little while for it to percolate into a tiny brain, yeah. And that's what we're going outside for. So of course I step outside in my slippers. And sometimes, you know, you think, oh, gosh, what did you do that for? I used to leave a pair of sliders by the patio door. But unfortunately, Miss Rosie has a passion for chewing. Anything that's like plasticky, you know the cheap sliders that you buy. You just slip your feet in them. Made out of anything but proper stuff. Man, if it was weather, she'd chew them anyway. So I used to leave them by the door, but then, you know, after about losing 2 or 3 pairs, I thought, not a good idea, not a good idea. And I used to have a pair of the wonderful Crocs. Not the real ones, you know, the cheap ones you get in the superstores, you know. We call them like Poundland or whatever. You call them Dollar General if you're in America. But you know the cheap imitation Crocs. I've still got a pair because they're very, very useful for walking across to the shed when it's been raining. No slippers, you see, you know. Put your Crocs on, yeah. But I have to keep them in the bedroom because otherwise little Miss Rosie chews them. She's actually chewed the strap that goes round the back. Luckily I don't bother using them, so I've had to take that off. So they're just slip-ons now. She chewed my son's real clothes. You know, the real ones that you pay a lot for. She chewed his. So she wasn't in the good books. And she's chewed quite a few pairs of my daughter-in-law's sandals. One pair was new. She'd only got them, I think, a week before. But she's an endearing little soul. She is really, yeah. Yesterday they chewed up cardboard and paper. I had to take it out of their mouth. And they did not want to part with it. My own fault for leaving Amazon wrappers on the floor while I looked at what arrived. What did arrive was my glasses, which I showed you yesterday, and my needle case, which I showed you yesterday. That's what arrived from Amazon. The only thing that I'm due to get is the wool I ordered, but don't tell anybody. They're not in. Oh, I do hope it doesn't come this afternoon when my son's in and I'm out. I'm very good at it because I sit with looking outside and I sort of see the Amazon man, or I see the delivery man, and I think, whew. I nip to the front door. I do get foiled though because we've got one of the doorbell cameras that goes ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling when anybody comes up to the door. So, you know, I tried to get away with it by saying, oh, it was next door, it wasn't for us. And sneak things in the house. It's terrible when you have to be like that. I thought I'd given all that up with when I got divorced, you know. When I don't think I used Amazon when I was married, actually. And I certainly didn't use ice yarn when I was married. Gosh, I would have been in trouble then. But actually, I think I had the wool shop when I was married, yes. The wool shop demise came after, you know, for monetary reasons, which we won't go into because it upsets me. But, you know, ice yarn. I used to love getting those deliveries. Oh boy, did I love getting those deliveries. No point these days. No point. It cost me 3 times as much as they used to cost me because of all the import duties and the postage and everything. And not only that, with not selling anything that I'm crocheting, I don't need any more. Loads more yarn. I don't need what I've bought, but all I can say is I looked on and it was a sale and it was a bargain, and that's my excuse, and I am going to stick to it. I don't know what excuses you use when you buy things you don't really need. You know, well, it looked pretty on, you know, the internet, or, oh, I was a bit depressed that day, so I decided, yeah. It's amazing how many things leap into my basket when I'm feeling a bit down. Yeah. I must have been feeling down a lot when I lived in Prestwich because things used to leap in my basket regularly on a weekly basis. But I did have my co-conspirator then, you see. I had Sue. And we would look at things together and, oh, that's pretty, oh, that's nice, oh, go on. We'll share the postage, oh, go on, you get some, yeah, I get, oh, yeah. I don't know who encouraged who, actually. I don't know whether it was me that led Sue astray or Sue that led me astray. The jury's out on that one. Oh dear. Anyway, it's August now, isn't it? August the 3rd, is it? No, 2nd? Can't remember. Do you know, it's lovely when you've got a foggy brain. You'll know by the date that this goes out, so you'll know what day it is. All I know is it's a Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, that'll set the dogs off. That's next door banging something. Actually, no. Rosie must be off duty. She did have a bark fest before, but the poor lady across the road, who was minding her own business and just unloading her shopping out of her car. Oh, she's off. Anyway, I'm going to go now, and I will see you all later. Bye for now.